Today I'm extremely excited to do an update on the Stock Genius group because this is the stock, one of the main ones that popularized my channel, okay? The first one was, I'll get to it. So I'm very hopeful about this stock because I still own options in it, okay? But remember, hope is not a winning strategy. So a lot of people are thinking that this thing can still go up to $6. I think that's a possibility. So I hope it does. I sold most of my stocks and options and I made about 9 grand. So the first stock that I did was Troika and I made about 4 grand in that. Genius I made 8, 9 about. And I still have those options so I could make more than that. But my next stock, I intend on making 16 grand. At the bare minimum. So please go to my Patreon and that's where I'm going to put out my alerts first about which one that's going to be and which options to purchase on it. Because on some of my options I made like 30, 40x. So there's not a lot of other YouTubers that are doing 30, 40x for people. Okay? And I know these guys got a lot more Patreons than me. This is an EdTech company. There was a lot of speculation about naked shorts. Roger Hamilton's doing, they hired the scam lawyer Wes Christian to fight against the hedge funds and the naked shorts. And if you also notice, Mullen hired Wes Christian too, who I just said is a scam lawyer. And when Mullen and Wes Christian were on the with Charles Payne, he destroyed him. Okay, that tells me Mullen's going down. It tells me there's no institutional support for Mullen. Genius Group went up because we had institutional support. Because Roger Hamilton made a deal with the hedge funds, a secret deal, and I told you guys. Okay, so we just found out that a lot of the shares, they had a convertible note and then they got converted and now there's way more shares, okay? So I think we're going to find out that in Genius Group there's going to be about 80 to 85 million shares outstanding, but they're not letting us know yet. They didn't even tell us about the offering, okay? Nobody knows. Nobody knows about the offering except, the Patreons. So yeah, their first day to do that would have been on a Monday, and I believe that they did do it, but they didn't tell anybody yet, which is weird, okay? So they're not telling anyone that there's way more shares in existence right now. Only I am. It's like, so I think they're still planning, they could still be planning on boosting the stock one final time, and it could be based on this share count, okay? One thing I did notice though, is that a lot of the big pumpers left GNS, okay? Like on the stock twits, a lot of these people are paid pumpers, like the guy Joker. There's lots of people that get paid to represent this and to try to tell other people that the stock's going to pump. I'm not a pumper, okay? But all those people on stock twits disappeared. When they do that, that usually tells me that the stock is done, okay? Which would be really disappointing. So look for those people to come back. Look for Joker, the paid pumper. Look for him to come back on stock twits. If you see him again, that means they're going to boost the stock, These are just clues. Okay, we can also find the real clues are in the SEC filings. That's what I rely on. I don't rely on these other little clues like the things we see on stock twits. But they are real clues, okay? So we knew this thing would go up. We knew this stock would go up. When it was back at 85 cents, I knew it was going to go up. I even told you guys, this is true. I said when it dipped remember when it dipped to like 55 cents? I said it's the dip before the rip. Who else was saying that? Nobody. Okay? I did pick up some patrons on this stuff, but I should have got more. GNS shares to the... Yeah, we also know that GNS sold shares to the market maker. Okay, I told you guys that way in advance. And this shares converted, and there's way more dilution now. Also, I told the Patreon members GNS did the share offering. Yeah, but we didn't get the news for that yet. We'll see. Also, guys, there's a reverse split, okay, in the SEC filings. So Genius Group can do a reverse split. The question is, they don't have to do that for a while. Are they going to pump it first? They could. I think it might have one more pump. Okay, I think the market maker still has a lot of shares to sell, and they did not yeah, they didn't report the offering, so they're still don't want people to think that there's a massively inflated share count. They're hiding it from the public, which is weird. Yeah, that tells me that there's still a pump left. So yeah, the possibilities are this. People, they're going to try to tell people maybe they'll start pumping the stock on the idea of the share count again. That's what I see on the message boards. And I think there's the bigger players behind what you see on the message boards. Then the possibility of a merger, okay? I had been predicting that they're going to merge with Troika. Hasn't happened yet. If it's going to happen, I think it's going to be this next week. So, yeah, we're going to find out about the share count news. But I do think this is a pump and dump. The question is, does it have one more pump? Yeah. Look for the stock to run next week, you know. And if you want to know which options to get, I'll put a thing out on the Patreon. Which options are the ones to get. Thank you.